sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss. That's hard to say. Hi friends, I'm Diana. Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna show you guys an update on all my plants, and also I need to go out and look for a few things. Where I live, things just opened up literally today. There's a couple things I want to go look for, mostly just like bins and a few other things because I'm working on my plant/earthy goals. Update on my orchid, I guess my main orchid, my oldest orchid. She's just chilling. No flowers right now. It's winter, so I mean, I'm not too surprised. This is my Alocasia Adora. As you can tell, she is extremely leaning. She was leaning over here. So I have some grow lights on her and I tilted her away from the window. So I'm hoping she straightens up in the next little while. Not a plant, but here's my buddy Big Al. He used to have some friends. They have not made it. But there are a couple plants in here. A few of the leaves are like covered in algae, but I guess we'll kind of trim a leaf or two once we clean the tank. It's definitely overdue for a clean. So I actually just got this plant this weekend, so it's still in its planter pot, and then I have its future pot right there. But I'm just letting her settle in for now. And I just made this terrarium, so I just put a little cling wrap over top to hold in moisture. But basically I found this dried moss at the dollar store, and then I just put in a bunch of succulent leaves and then the top of one of my succulents, so I'm hoping that'll grow well. I put a layer of like stones, and then I put a layer of soil, and then I put a little bit of moss on top just to keep in moisture. Here is a jade plant. Basically I took this from my mom. This is a new baby leaf. I propagated it in water for a bit, and now she has been fully potted. This is an orchid that my fiance got me, and she's not having an amazing time. I actually just switched it into a smaller container a couple days ago because I think the container I had it in was too big. So we're going to try this out, see if she likes it better. This is the jade plant that I chopped the top off of. This one's super tall, so I'm hoping that it grows outwards a little bit more now that it's been cut down a bit. So here is my super beautiful Monstera. She is massive. I got it last summer, and you'll definitely, if you've seen my other plant tour video, you'll definitely remember it. She's doing amazing. She's super happy. This one, I don't know what it's called, but it's this little fiery plant. It's supposed to bloom. I have not seen it bloom just yet, but it has another shoot growing through, which is so exciting. And I just moved it over here a little further away from the window, so I'm hoping she's okay. But we're just going to kind of watch her and see how it goes. This little baby succulent I've had for so long and was actually dying, but recently she's just been a lot happier. I'm so excited about that because this pot I put it in ages ago. Or it's literally a little teacup. It's horrible. Bad idea. Don't do that. This beautiful lady, she was destroyed. I found her at like Home Depot or something, not having a good time, and now she's just thriving. Look at this branch climbing so far up. She's doing so well. I'm so proud of her. And these are the rocks I actually put in the bottom of the terrarium. I just rinsed them out and then put them back in this container. And then we have some succulents here. We actually got these three all from IKEA in like these tiny little pots, and they've all been repotted now. So this one is Brandon's. This one's actually the same one as this one, and this one's mine. And for some reason they grew completely different, but we love them both. And then this one is his as well. So cute. This is my, I think it's called a dragon fruit cactus. It almost died. It was this tall and not having a good time, and then I realized I was watering it way too much. I only need to water it like once a month, and then all these regrowth babies came through. And then this beauty, this snake plant, was actually in my mom's office and she just brought it home, but it's actually growing like crazy here. We also have these grout lights that we got from Amazon on there. And we originally got it for our propagation station. We brought it up here for a little just because all the big plants are a little bit down about the lack of sunlight. This is a east facing window, so it gets morning sunlight, and in Canada right now we don't have a lot of morning sunlight. Where we have our propagation is west facing, so that one does actually get a lot more sunlight throughout the day. This plant baby was actually at my in-laws and we just picked it up this weekend as well. It's kind of dying, but I'm hoping we can bring it back to life. Up here, this is my Valentine's Day present from Brandon. It's a marble queen and she's beautiful. I'm so excited. She's so pretty. I'm hoping she likes this spot. It said medium sunlight, but since it's winter, I'm hoping it'll be okay. And that's essentially everything we have in our bedroom. One, I want to look for a big bin to start making compost in. Two, I want a big-ish bin to make a little propagation bin. I just found out about those, really. So I also need sphagnum moss. Sphagnum moss. That's hard to say. My mom has a couple of vining plants. Hopefully we can propagate a few in there. So we're at Lowe's right now, and we pretty much found everything we needed. We found some sphagnum moss. I actually wanted dry sphagnum, but this will do. Should be fine. I got this container to use for propagation. This one I'm going to use for composting. And this dirt is also going to go to the composting. So it's the next day and we're finally going to do the bins. We're using this peat moss. It's kind of the only thing we found. And we're using most of a bag for this container because this container is pretty big. But basically like a good, like, I don't know, 2-inch layer of it, and then we gotta get our cuttings. So I don't actually know if you're supposed to do this or not, but this is a little mixture of coffee and eggshells, just like a homemade fertilizer. I'm gonna take about half of this little pile and then I'm going to rake it through. So this is the mother plant room, as you can tell. And we're basically gonna choose a bunch of cuttings that we're gonna use to propagate. So I really want to use this ivy. Apparently it's not that hard. So you want to look for like a node. So these little tiny babies right there are the beginnings of roots or what would grab onto anything on the vine. So you kind of want to look for a node or that. So I'm just going to cut here. And then from this, you can actually separate quite a few. So I'm probably going to separate here. And then one more time up here. Because you want the plant to focus on actually growing roots instead of growing leaves, you're going to want to get rid of most or about half of the leaves on a dense plant like this. Like maybe leave 2 to 3 smaller leaves, or if you have a larger plant you would only leave 1 or 2 leaves. Just a fun little thing, we've actually let the ivy climb up the wall here and it holds itself up. We're actually going to take a couple clippings from here, so I'm going to cut here. I'm going to cut here as well. And then, like I said, I'm not going to keep all those leaves. I'm going to get rid of a couple. So this is a pretty beat up alocasia. As you can tell, some of the leaves are dead here. Probably lack of sun, but it's a little bit older too, so it actually has aerial roots coming through. So that's the perfect subject. I'm actually going to cut down here. I'm going to get rid of these more dead branches, I guess, and then just kind of keep this really strong one, and it's got 1 leaf and that should be enough for it to keep on propagating. I'm going to take a few clippings from this one as well, but same thing, just look for a node. Like I said, you don't need all the leaves and those will pretty much just drain energy, So I'm going to cut the bottom two, and basically you'll be left, this one's 1.5 leaves, but that should be more than enough for it to absorb light. This is one, and we're just kind of going to continue to give you an example of this one. As you can tell, it's a bit longer, so I'm going to cut it halfway through as well. And then I'm just going to cut off the bottom leaf. I'm going to leave 2 on this one. And same with this, I'm going to just cut off the bottom one and give her some space to grow. That's kind of the consistency you want more. This is another one that I clipped off camera, but same thing. Here's the node. And to bury it in, you just want to make sure that that goes well below, below the moss. And of course you want the leaf to be out. Since I chose a colored container, we're just going to do a clear wrap over top of it. Same thing, just you're going to make sure that the nodes get buried and the leaves stay well above. Final step is to put like a glass or a jar into the bin. I'm putting it full. I guess it's up to you how you want to do it, but basically you're just going to put it somewhere out of the way, and this is just going to keep humidity in the bin. Alright, and here is the final setup. Basically these lights get quite a bit of, these windows actually get quite a bit of light throughout the day, as you can tell by this giant plant that loves it so very much. Hi guys, so it's actually another day. We had a big snowstorm and a bunch of stuff happened, so the compost bin is not going to be in this video, but I'll definitely feature it in another video, and I'll see you guys soon. Please follow if you want to see more videos like this. Let me know if you like more of the haul videos. Also let me know that as well. I'll see you guys then. Bye.